Okay. And we
You heard that,
are
yes?
live on Facebook and live on YouTube.
Scroll, scroll, scroll. Hey, reload.
La 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 la. Oops.
Hey, live. Share. Yes, please. Share public.
YouTube.
And like. Scroll, scroll, scroll. I love us. Reload.
La
Clear
la
audio.
la la la.
Redo it. Do it on Ain't You a Peachy Live. Tiz the Peach before Christmas. And all through the house. Not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse. That one's good. Hey, Stucci. Feliz Navidad, brother.
Oh my God, I saw that video you posted of the woman picking up her
mask.
taking her mask
doggies.
off and picking up Poopy. Oh my.
Who says wearing a mask doesn't stink? Hey, Timmy.
Oh,
good evening.
Totally shocked. I'm totally shocked. Then again, I'm not shocked at the stupidity of people.
Definitely not. I guess I should type hello to everybody.
Show starts in about 3 minutes. Just letting everybody know. Trying to do all the.
I guess I should type hello to everybody.
Sharing.
Why am I hearing me from where?
We're doing it Stucci style.
Stucci style.
Doing it Stucci style.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. And y'all gonna love the video at the very beginning. Ah.
2 kinds of rum, Midori, blue Caraco, pineapple juice, and splash of sour. These babies will light your fire. Prost, Nostrovia, down the hatch, hola, all that good stuff. That's funny. I just looked over at the screen. It shows up clear because it's green.
Oh, your
it makes the glass look like there's empty in it. No, the hat's fine. The glass, I hold it up. It looks like air. You can see the logo behind it. That's funny. Yeah, they're green. Hells yeah, you are. Boom.
So how's everybody doing tonight? Y'all ready for some Christmas funnies?
And we got some good ones. I do believe it should be great for the yucks tonight.
Hey, I got the yuck at the beginning. You know what I mean?
I'm a yuck. What can I say? Hello to ya.
Okay, I'm fixing to hit the music.
Musaki? Hit it.
Okay. And here we
said hello to y'alls.
Go.
Jeremy. Hello, brother. Wow, that faded out quick. And let there be no sound.
In January, we made plans for what we'd do this year. Travel, parties, a promotion, merriment and cheer. But soon thereafter, life began to truly run aground. So there's just one thing to sing as December rolls around. What the actual fuck 2020? What the flippity flappity fuck? At points we had a little hope, but then you slapped us and said nope, every day we'll fucking suck. So 2020, what the fuck? get to New Year's Eve, that's cute. However, this might simply be how bad life is forever. Whoever's writing this hellish roller coaster plot could just stop, you sadistic, twisted crackpot. But the actual fuck 2020, what the crap, what the hell, what the fuck? So much bullshit that we hated, it seems almost calculated. This is more than just bad luck. So 2020, what the fuck? Oh, hear the sleigh bells jingle. The magic makes you tingle. But it's not safe to mingle, so you won't meet Kris Kringle. All your single friends still single. What the actual fuck, 2020? What the fuck? What the ball-kicking, eye-gouging fuck? Take figgy puddings if you've got 'em and shove 'em up your bottom. Your sweet fa-la-la-la-las stink as much as Santa Claus. You don't even comprehend how much we want this shit to end, so we can somehow climb out of this muck. 2020. What the fuck?
Well, there's a few fire trucks.
Don't make me laugh. I can't hit the button.
You can't hit the button. We got all kinds of buddies. We got Rocky Stucci in the house, and Jeremy's in the house. My cousin's in the house. Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, sweet
well,
Jennifer.
That doesn't represent this whole year. I don't know what else does.
Yeah, it's definitely been a fire truck year.
Well, how about the daily hello?
After that rendition, wow, that's a hard act to follow. I can attempt. Good evening, my fellow ain't you peachers. Happy Saturday. It's the 354th day with 12 still to go. Donna Renee says that was awesome. Glad you liked it, dear. Today is a National Wreaths Across America Day, and it's a movement to cover all of veteran grave markers with a Christmas wreath. Wreaths Across America strives to remember our fallen heroes. The day honors those who serve, and it teaches our children about the sacrifices made by veterans and their families to preserve our freedoms. Slowly eroding, but we preserve them. It's also National Hard, where'd it go? There it is, Hard Candy Day. And I don't know about you, but I got a whole big bag of homemade rock candy from one each, Miss Judy. Yes, you got some too. Ooh, are they some good?
Delicious.
They made rock candy.
It is delicious.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you
phenomenal.
so much, Judy and Rusty.
I love rock candy, and it is so good, man. And that cinnamon one in there.
Oh, it tastes like a fireball.
It really do. Hey, Sean, you got to try it when yours ever gets in, brother. They are phenomenal. Anyway, back to the hello. Hard candies, there's the button, are made with a 100% sugar and flavoring colors added. To achieve hard candy, confectioners boil a sugar syrup to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the temperature is reached, the hot, pliable sugar is poured into molds or rolled. I wonder how they get papers around it. Folded into shapes and left to cool. Once cool, solid sugar becomes hardened and brittle, kind of like us old folks. The first hard candies, such as lemon drops and peppermints, were likely prescribed as remedies for stomach ailments. Here's one. Today is National Oatmeal Muffin Day. Known for its health benefits, millions of people start each day with an oatmeal muffin. Now, oatmeal includes health benefits for our hearts and our digestive system. Recipes for oatmeal muffins begin to appear in American cookbooks in the mid-1800s. Raisins, nanners, blueberries, and other healthy fruits, often not the kind from San Francisco, accompany oatmeal muffins. You can add nuts for more health benefits and texture. I'm guessing they mean texture the day after. Hey, Sarah, what's up, hon? When you get done mowing on all the nuts, I'm guessing. I don't know. You got to be from Frisco. Hey, question. Why is Christmas just like a day at the office? Well, you do all the work, and the fat guy with the suit, well, he gets all the credit.
That's very true.
That is true. That is true. I don't write them. I just read them. We got all kinds of people. We got Sarah and Donna and my cousin Linda's in there. And Jeremy's in there. And who else we got in here? Who else we got? Timmy's in there and Sean's in there. And we got a bunch of bodies tonight. Merry Christmas, everybody. And a happy Chinook, if it's, applicable or preferable or is in for you. Yeah, my cousin Jennifer is in there. Jennifer James. We got people everywhere. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So I know all of y'all are social divas online.
Yeah.
So you've probably seen some of these, but I thought they were pretty funny. So they're little things that people have been posting online about Christmas. So the first one says, so my city just got decorated with Christmas dicks.
Yeah, I would say so.
I like this one. I replaced
when they say deck the halls with balls, they really do.
I replaced a picture of my sister with one of Vladimir Putin before my family came over for Christmas. They haven't noticed.
Oh my goodness.
Putin up at the top.
Scroll, scroll. Oh, there it is. Okay.
My brother's grandma jokingly, my brother told my grandma jokingly he wanted 100 things from the dollar store for Christmas. Grandma doesn't like being challenged. That sounds like me. Yeah, that sounds like me. Sent son to school wearing this sweater. Didn't realize what Santa was doing until his teacher pointed it out.
Eat me sandwich. Oh, I'm on the one behind. I'm looking at the one behind.
Let's see how long it takes for Mom to notice I rearranged her Christmas blocks. Creamy shits.
Creamy who?
Creamy shits.
Uh-oh.
I thought that was pretty funny. So you got some funny Christmas photos, correct?
Right. Well, these are Reader's Digest little anecdotes from Christmas time. Something that'll should hopefully, possibly, more than likely, if we're lucky, put a smile on your face. And the first one's entitled "Like Father, Like Son." One evening, I arrived home from work to find the lights out. My wife had prepared.
Wait a minute.
Nope, that's the funny ones. Nope, the one before it. The anecdotes. I don't think there are pictures for this one.
Wait. I am so lost.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this one is after your.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind. Go ahead. I remember.
You went ahead.
Now.
Yeah, you just went ahead. Yeah. Like I said, these are from Reader's Digest. They all came out of Canada. Why, I'm not certain. It's just what they have. What they happen to have posted. Double. Excuse me. The first one's entitled "Like Father, Like Son." One evening, I arrived home from work to find the lights out. My wife had prepared a lovely candlelit dinner. Our two sons, Garrett and Selden, were dressed in their suits. I jokingly said, well, we didn't pay the electric bill. A few months later, during the Christmas Eve candlelight procession at the church, it was packed. It was silent, quiet and dark. Everybody's carrying their candles. Garrett looked over at me and said, Hey, Dad, did they not pay their electric bill too? Here's another one. Meeting Santa Claus. My husband took our two sons, 6-year-old Devin and 4-year-old Chase, to a party where Santa would be handing out gifts. The instructions from the organizers were to bring our own gifts, so I brought beach towels with the kid's name printed on them. Upon arriving, Devin said he couldn't believe the skinny Santa was actually Santa. His doubt turned to belief when he opened his gift. He has to be real Santa, he said. How else would he know my name?
Ah!
A child's retort. Some of my favorite childhood memories involve the family's annual trips to the local Christmas tree farm. Although we have an artificial tree at our house, my children are still able to partake in the tradition by accompanying my parents when they cut down their tree. When I announced we would be helping them pick their tree the following weekend, I expected Ethan, my 6-year-old, to be excited about the outing. Instead, he furrowed his brow and puzzled look asked, what? They didn't like the one we got him last year? Traffic jam in the sky. On a flight to Mexico for Christmas vacation, I watched my 4-year-old son, Max, stare intently out the airplane window. We had just taken off and were passing through some big, white, fluffy clouds. Max looked concerned, and I wondered what might he be thinking. Suddenly his eyes lit up and a big smile came across his face, and he announced loudly, Mom, I know where we're not getting anywhere. We're stuck in all this snow. The meaning of Christmas.
I was waiting. I thought maybe there was more to that.
Nope, that was it. The kid just thought they were stuck in the snow and all the big white fluffy clouds out of the mouths of babes.
Yeah.
This one's entitled The Meaning of Christmas. Sorting out how Santa fits in with the religious meaning of Christmas can be confusing for kids. This was evidenced by my 2-year-old daughter, Josie, as she pretended to read from her book. Then Santa forgave them for their trespasses. Poor little kid.
Hey, she tried.
She tried. This one's cute. A wish come true.
Yes, I have a horrible
Is
cough.
a bit.
It's not Corona.
Not Coronas. A wish come true. My mom is a bit of a pack rat. Recently, she went digging under her stairs from some holiday decorations and came across a birthday card I sent her 30 years earlier. She called me to say my wish for her had come true. And I said, what wish? And she says, well, you wished me a happy birthday 30 years ago and hoped I'd live for another 30 years. And I did. That's kind of cute. Stocking stuffers. One Christmas, my husband put an assortment of beauty products in my stocking. I tried one of the facial masks on and was about to wash it off when my 8-year-old son, Caleb, walked in. I explained to him that it was a present from his dad and it would make me beautiful. He patiently waited by my side as I rinsed and patted my face dry. Well, what do you think? I asked him. He shook his head. Oh, Mom, it didn't work. Ooh, that's bad. This one we're all guilty of. Misheard lyrics. When my niece was a student, her class of 6-year-olds sang Hark the Herald Angels Sing at a Christmas concert.
Uh-oh.
The line, God and sinners reconcile, was a tricky one for this age group. One little boy with a voice that completely drowned out the rest of the choir happily belted out, God and sinners dressed in style.
Hey, that's some creativity.
True. And this one's kind of cute. Lost in translation. On a drive home from visiting family over the holidays, my children and I stopped off at a corner store. The cashier turned to my 4-year-old daughter and asked, was Santa good to you? My 5-year-old son, not used to the accent, piped up, her name's not Tia.
Oh, no.
Honesty is the best policy.
Sometimes.
My 9-year-old son, Gabriel, had heard some rumors at school that Santa wasn't real. He approached me with the big question, Dad, tell me the truth. Is Santa real? I decided to tell him it was us who bought his last Nintendo Wii game. Really, he said, you should have let Santa bring it. That way it would have been for free.
Oh!
But pump. And that concludes my anecdotes from a Reader's Digest. But that's kind of cute. Yeah. If you would have let Santa bring it, it'd have been free.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So I have a video of a photo contest for Christmas. I think some of them are pretty funny. So y'all enjoy the video.
Kamloops asked readers to submit funny holiday photos. Do your kids cry when they see Santa? Do you dress your pet up in a hilarious costume every year? We received so many submissions and we are so grateful to the community for your participation. Here are some of our favorite photos submitted by you. Crystal Stewart submitted this photo of her 2 daughters. Crystal says her middle daughter, Jamie, was just 6 months old in this picture and reacted like this when she saw St. Nick. Lainey Method says she keeps this picture on her fridge all year because it's a true Norman Rockwell.
I like this one.
The little ones were terrified of Santa and covered their eyes, so Mom and Dad did too. Jamie Sherbo tried to bring her daughter to Kris Kringle twice. She doesn't look too impressed. Leanne Morrow shares a picture of her son Riley when he was 3 months old. She had just bought this reindeer hat for him, and when he saw his image in the camera, he tried to rip it off. Rachel Miggins submitted this picture of her son Luke from Christmas 2019. She says Luke was very excited leading up to meeting Santa, but immediately had stage fright when they arrived. Santa read him a story, and they eventually got a non-smiling photo with him sitting on his mom's lap. Corinne Braun's oldest daughter was having such a sweet moment with Santa, but her younger one was not having it. Quite the contrast between the two. The Marshall family submitted this silly family photo, and if you look closely, you might even spot Rudolph. Before we announce our winner, here are some fun holiday photos from the Castanet Kamloops team. Our new reporter, Brianne Foley's sister's dogs love to dress up in their ugly Christmas sweaters. Pretty funny. Our editor, Teresa Varenka, is sharing this memory of her dog, Millie, when she was a puppy on Santa's lap. Too cute. Here's my brother's dog, Zeus, who he dressed up as Santa one year, and he hated every second of it. Congratulations to Jamie Sherbo. You're the winner of our photo contest with this image of your daughter, who clearly does not like Father Christmas, and it looks like he thinks it's pretty funny. You win a $25 gift.
Oh, I thought that was pretty cute. What can I say? Oh, and here's your pictures. We might as well go on to the pictures now.
Right. You ready for mine?
Yes.
All righty. I have 10 picks, and they're coming up shortly. The first one is entitled Scared of Santa. My son Miller and his wife Annie took their children Verna and Duke to see Santa around in Tampa, Florida. I think Santa feels the same way as Vera. She's like, I'm out of here. Not no, but Hades no, I'm gone. The next one is titled Look What I Found at Grand Avenue. At Grand Avenue Presbyterian Church, an eager, almost a 2-year-old stole the show during the nativity portrayal. When a young shepherd, huh?
Is that the baby he's holding? Like baby Jesus?
Yeah. When the dead shepherd saw his grandma, who was dressed as Mary, holding the baby Jesus doll, he ran straight to her. He put his arms out for the baby, which obviously she gave him. And then he ran as fast as he could to show his grandpa.
That is too funny.
The third one, Stitched Together. We started our stocking tradition in 1990. Every time a new family member was born, I would cross-stitch a Christmas stocking as a gift for the baby. At Christmas, we enjoy hanging all of our stockings together. And this photo shows nearly 30 years of stockings.
Wow.
Look at that. They go all the way up from the oldest kid down here on the left-hand side all the way up. Goodness gracious. That's a whole passel of rats.
I like that.
The next one is entitled, Let's Go Sledding. And Barbara Kaminska has shared this picture of husband Bill, herself, and their 2 daughters at their home on Christmas. She says, Bill gave our family a brand new, good thing it wasn't pre-owned, right? 8-foot toboggan, not the kind you wear on your house. And they got a big one so everybody would fit. There's the bell. Unfortunately, December 25th, that year was green as could be.
Aww.
We had to test our gift out in the living room. This one I love. This is precious. This is priceless. It's titled Milk and Cookies. Our little Lee woke Christmas morning to find Santa treats eaten. And let's see, writes Jennifer Albert Atwood of Durgat, Massachusetts. Those adorable Grinch pajamas say humbug, but that face says it's real.
Awesome.
Isn't that precious? It's like, they're gone.
Wow. He was cute.
This one is titled Horsey Holidays. The horses don't sing along, but the neighbors and small businesses love it when my friends and I come a-caroling, it says Sharon McCormick of York Haven, Pennsylvania.
That would be really neat to have people come to my house on a horse caroling.
As long as they didn't leave you the road apples in your front
don't
yard.
Leave the poopy. Use your face mask and pick it up.
Yeah, that's the other gal. That's next week, huh?
Yes. Yes.
The next one's titled Toddlers and Trees. This picture of my son, Delkin, he just started pulling himself up and loves to look at the tree, says Allison Fraser of Fairbury, Illinois. We had to make a fence with our dining room chairs so he wouldn't pull ornaments off the tree. He likes to get as close as he can to the twinkling lights. This one is entitled Put a Bow on It, and it is another coyote. After my granddaughter Brianna opened her gift, she stuck the wrapping on her head. And this is my favorite Christmas present of all, Christmas photo of all time. It reminds me of our greatest gifts, our kitties.
Yeah, it looks like a
there
little
she
hat.
is. Yeah. Little youngins are so cute, aren't they? And next to the last one, Trial and Error. This is my daughter and her family, says Debbie Stanford of Knoxville, Pennsylvania. You can never snap a photo with young children where they're all looking or making a nice face. This is how our Christmas photos always turn out. Always one youngin' looking the other way. And the other one looks like he's constipated. And last, to keep us smiling, mixed emotions. I went with my 3 grandsons to visit Santa. All 3 boys had totally different reactions. Santa is really a great guy once you get to know him, says Melissa Zugert. Them kids couldn't agree if you paid them.
That is funny. Okay. So the next one is a video. Y'all will like this. I think it's really
Roast. Hey, over here, buddy. Hey, we're over here. The cat's looking at it like in my face. Now that was good. Hey, what do you got? What do you got? Oh, with chopsticks. That's good.
Always gotta have the drunk one. Oh, look at this teeth!
That one just looks so real. That's good too. Look at the teeth. Stealing the silverware.
I couldn't resist that. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, that's
that was
great.
really good.
That one is.
Oh me. So
That one with the cat.
You got some favorite traditions you want to talk about?
Well, I have 10. Well, actually, the origins of 10 of our Christmas traditions. There we go. Let's see. Why do we celebrate Christmas on December 25th? Well, the reason Christmas lands on this date is a bit of a mystery. The Bible doesn't specify the date of Jesus' birth, and early Christians debated the topic for years. They first thought it was January 6th because April 6th was assumed to be the day Jesus died, and there was a corresponding belief that prophets died on the same day as their conception. By the 4th century, they changed their minds to December 25th. Some sources say this date was purposely chosen to draw attention away from a pagan winter solstice ritual that fell on the same day. Others say that it's not true. And all we know for sure is that regardless of the reason why, the date stuck.
Yeah, because that's why we don't, as a family, like extended family, celebrate because my brother is one of those that has the belief that he was born in the springtime, and he refuses to celebrate Christmas because of that.
Oh.
So he kind of killed our family tradition for years. Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Well, now the reason that we bake Christmas cookies, we had pictures, but our pictures went away in the dust now that I'm seeing. If we can learn one thing from history, it's people have always celebrated winter holidays with food. Ancient peoples gathered around the winter solstice to feast before cold weather wiped away their crops. Plus the wine and beer that had been fermenting since the spring were, finally ready to drink. Christmas replaced most of these solstice celebrations by the Middle Ages, but the feasting itself continued with the all-important addition of desserts. Now, bakers brought out expensive ingredients like butter, lard, and sugar for such festive occasions, experimenting with spices like nutmeg and cinnamon. Ooh, don't those look good?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, that is tasty.
Especially the cinnamon candies that Judy sent us.
Ooh, aren't they good? Now, here's the reason why we put up Christmas trees. Evergreen fir trees are universal winter decorations. Pagans displayed the branches as a reminder that spring would come again, and our Romans placed them around their temples to honor Saturn, the god of agriculture, sorry. But the first time the evergreen was used as a Christmas tree was either in Tallinn, Estonia, or Riga, Latvia. Each city says it's the true home of the first Christmas tree. And in the 16th century, German Christians brought the trees inside their homes as a symbol of everlasting life. When news spread that Queen Victoria had her German husband, Prince Albert, set up a Christmas tree in their palace, the practice suddenly became the height of interior design in England and in America. Interesting. A fourth tradition, why we put lights on it. Didn't know. Martin Luther is said to be the first person to put lights on a Christmas tree. Legend has it that he was walking through a forest one night and was moved by the beautiful stars shining through the trees. When he went home, he recreated what he saw with his family by putting a tree in their living room and placing lighted candles on its branches. Yeah, I think that's how we got some of our first house fires too, but I don't know for sure. Why we build a snowman. The first documented snowman appeared in 1380. Wow.
What?
That snow's been around for a while. But mankind has probably been making snowmen for as long as there's been snow. They were especially popular during the Middle Ages when many lacked the proper resources or outlets or artistic expression. So instead of trying to find traditional art supplies, they turned to snow, and, well, there was plenty of it. Michelangelo was commissioned to build a snowman for the ruler of Florence.
Oh, wow.
How cool. Now here's one we can all get behind. Why we drink eggnog. Eggnog doesn't seem like a particularly elite drink, but that's how it got its start. British aristocrats came up with a creamy concoction as a warm winter drink and added brandy and sherry to keep it from spoiling. Because the ingredients were so expensive, only the wealthy could afford to drink it. Of course, anyone can make eggnog nowadays with leftover egg yolks. Oh, yeah, I'll have them lying under the tree. When it's made its way to the American colonies in the 1700s, oh, excuse me, twice.
We're both dying of cough.
Colonists, yeah, really. Colonists snubbed the pricey liquors for rum, yeah. And at that time, rum was also called a grog, so bartenders named the drink an grog. Later, it became eggnog. After the wooden noggin mugs the drink was served in. Ha ha ha. How cool. Now, here's why we leave milk and cookies for Santa. And this tradition hasn't changed all that much since it began in medieval Germany during a Yule season. Children left out food at night in hopes of getting presents from a different white-bearded guy, Odin. I thought Odin was Norse god. Anyway, the all-powerful Norse god, see, I thought so, who traveled on his 8-legged horse, Sliffer. The American custom we know today started during the Great Depression. Parents used it as a way to teach their kids that even when money was tight, they still had to be considerate of others and show gratitude for the blessings in their lives.
Here, I thought the whole time it was just to keep him nice and plump.
Yeah, well, hey, buddy, here's some munchies. Come on back to my house. All right, how about why we sing Christmas carols? When Christians began replacing pagan winter festivals with Christmas, and bishops across Europe requested certain hymns to be sung at Christmas services. Many composers wanted to write their own carols, but since they were always in Latin, they weren't terribly popular. I can believe that. Then in 1233, St. Francis of Assisi started putting on nativity plays, which included cantuses that told the story of the Christ's birth. These were usually all in language that audience members could understand, so they sang along. So that's how we do it. That makes sense. La 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 la. All right. How about why we hang stockings? You can thank old Saint Nick for those treaties in your Christmas stockings. According to legend, Saint Nicholas heard about a widower who was worried his 3 daughters would never marry because they were so poor. He found out where the family lived and snuck down their chimney that night. He saw the girls' stockings drying over the fireplace and filled them with gold coins and disappeared. When the girls got up the next morning, they realized they finally had their dowries to get married. I did not know that. That's cool.
That's, yeah, interesting.
Yeah. All right. Why we kiss under mistletoe. Back to the Norse we go. Norse mythology creeps into Christmas traditions once again. According to legends, the gods used mistletoe to resurrect Odin's son Balder from the dead. So Balder's mother, Frigg, the goddess of love, made the plant a symbol of love and vowed to kiss anyone who passed underneath it. In 18th century England, men were allowed to kiss any woman standing under mistletoe, and if the ladies refused, that meant bad luck.
Ooh, for the woman or the man?
Okay. It didn't speculate, it didn't stipulate. I don't know it. It could have been one or the other.
So I have a few holiday traditions from around the world.
Ooh, cool.
So we have local actors playing mischievous Yule lads, assemble at the geothermal lagoon by Iceland Lake. Mavat, something like that.
Gesundheit.
So, let's see. They lurk amid the Iceland azure lagoons and steaming volcanoes, and are a long list of possible mythological, and I can't talk tonight, creatures, which range from tiny elves to enormous sea monsters. For 13 days before Christmas, tradition holds that a mischievous pack of troll-like figures known as Yule lads visits local children. According to lore, a different lad visits every night to reward or punish kids by leaving something behind in an empty shoe. A lucky child might get presents or candy. If the Yule disapproves, though, you'll find a shoe full of rotten potatoes.
Ooh.
Then we have the United Kingdom watch sunset over Stonehenge. Never knew about that. Enormous crowds gather in southern England to celebrate the shortest...
Yes, they speak English in England too.
To celebrate the shortest day of the year in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice.
Coming up next week.
Yes. At the prehistoric monument of Stonehenge. And so a bunch of groups, pagans and druids, gather for an ancient tradition.
Ooh.
Then we have Bahamas dance all night. Bahamians shimmy across the island to the sound of cowbells. Hey, we got that.
Bohemians, okay.
Drums and whistles for Junkanoo, a celebration that goes from December 26th through New Year's.
Wow.
And here's a video of some dance troupe.
Kind of looks like Mardi Gras.
Commercial. There's always
a very delighted with your work.
Thanks.
Well, of
I'm
course.
just keeping my head down, working
Don't you
nonstop.
love these commercials? It's like they spam us 24/7.
Restaurant?
The food delivery companies, they really...
I told everybody I thought I would be kind and type to them while we were going on the commercial. I hope everyone is doing well tonight. Yeah, it came out. I missed the E and hope. It came out hop.
Commercial. They went to get eat and drink.
He's going to get ate and drink.
Eat and drink. They went to get eat and drink.
I've heard of a meet and greet. I guess it'd be good to get ate.
Eat and drink?
Oh, eat? Yeah, I'd like to get ate.
Okay, this isn't even what I thought it was going to be. Darn it. You think I'd look at this first, right?
Why?
Okay. Anyway, Italy, feast your way into the new year.
Italia.
A rousing blend of fireworks, bonfires, dancing, and food rings in the new year in Italy, where December 31st is celebrated as feast day of San Silvestro. The medieval saint died on December 31st in 335 AD.
Oh, wow.
Japan, hot baths, long noodles, and one epic song battle. The Buddhist temple bells peal across Japan on Saka, or New Year's
Osaka.
Eve, to mark the changing year. Each bell chimes 108 times, a single note for each of the human defilements recognized in Buddhism. Think ingratitude, envy, and greed along the 105 other bad traits. So, what follows all that bell ringing is the Toshi no Yu, the last bath of the year, which offers a symbolically clean start as you flip over the calendar page. Then sit down for a steaming bowl of Toshikoshi Soba, a bowl of buckwheat noodles said to bring good luck and longevity in the coming year. Oh.
Wow.
In Austria, meet Santa's evil twin. With curled horns, fangs, and hooves, the legendary figure of Krampus, I like that movie, is Europe's terrifying answer to jolly Santa Claus. Instead of giving out presents, the mythological figure, believed to have roots in pre-Christian European traits, is said to scare bad children. I know a lot of bad kids out there this year that need to be scared. Today, campus parades are held in Austrian villages throughout the month of December, complete with creepy costumes and exploding fireworks, while onlookers stay warm with mugs of steaming spiced wine. Many such events have been canceled due to COVID-19. Oh, go figure. Okay, and here, of course, everybody knows the United States tradition of the ugly sweater.
What? I don't think I've ever heard of that. What's a what?
Are you serious?
A swatter?
Yeah, during the holidays, many Americans wear garish sweaters, decked out in reindeer elves.
They are garnished.
Seasonal themes. They even attend ugly sweater parties where prizes are awarded for the most eye-catching garment. The third Friday of December, December 18th this year, has been declared National Ugly Sweater Day.
A wowzer.
In Israel, we have Dine on Donuts. Jewish communities around the globe feast on fried foods during Hanukkah, which begins at sunset on December 10th. It's no coincidence the holiday marks an ancient miracle when a group of Jewish rebel warriors watched a day's worth of oil stretch for more than a week. Fried foods serve as a reminder of the event. And that, my friends,
are traditions around the world.
Yes.
Well, I have some info. The real Wisen. Let me try that. See, I've been speaking
so
during English.
Me, huh?
No, it's contagious. The real Wisen. Shall we try this for 3? Okay, beep, cut it back, and we'll start all over. The real reason why Christmas colors are green and red. And we've long accepted red and green as the official colors of Christmas. But the real reason behind the association dates back centuries. Every major holiday has its color scheme. It's classic color scheme. Halloween decorations are normally orange and black. Valentine is known for its red, whites, and pinks, and every year around Christmas, the world sparkles with red and green hues. Society has long associated Christmas with the classic color combo. We've accepted green and red as almost most festive way to decorate cookies or homes, as long as you don't go overboard. Yet we do so without any inkling or doubt why. They make such a lovely pair, but they do. It's actually started centuries ago when the colors were used to commemorate a different holiday. Ancient Celtic people revered red and green colored holiday plants for being evergreen and believed holy, and was meant to keep the earth beautiful during the dead of winter. So when they and other cultures celebrated the winter solstice, they decorated their homes with holly to bring protection and good luck to their families in the coming year.
Wait. So they decorate with beaver?
No, the little green and red bush.
Oh, that holly. Oh, okay.
Right.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Not a problem. The tradition of pairing red and green dates continued into the 14th century when the colors were used to paint medieval rod screens, which were partitions installed in churches to separate the congregation from the priest and the altar. Dr. Spike Bucklow, a research scientist at the University of Cambridge, speculates that the physical boundary could have influenced Victorians to associate the colors with a different boundary, marking the end of the old year and the beginning of the new year. Despite these meaningful religious traditions, there's one person we should thank for confirming red and green as Christmas colors, and that's Hayden Sunblown. Never heard of him? He's the guy that Coca-Cola hired to draw the Santa Claus for the company's ads. Until that point, artistic renditions of Santa Claus were never consistent. He was usually a thin-looking guy, and his robes varied between blue, green, and red. Sundom chose to make him fat and jolly, wearing red robes, and interestingly enough, the same color as Coke logo. As Atrial Escott, co-author of The Secret Language of Color, told NPR, that creative decision made all of the difference. Of course, the ads grew in popularity and became known as Sunblown Santa, the real one. It's solidified in our collective imaginations. Red of Santa's robe with the green fir trees and holly, poinsettia, that we already had in our minds. And she said it seems to history on how the red and green came to symbolize Christmas is a lot like the holiday itself, really rooted in religious tradition and modernized by commercialism. It's pretty cool.
Very interesting.
So the Santa that we all know as little fat Saint Nick was created by the marketing department of Coca-Cola.
Did not know that. I know my ex sister-in-law used to collect the bottles, the collectible bottles.
Right.
To have them all over the fireplace. And I didn't get to speak about something last weekend because we had so many issues. Oh my gosh. But we got our participation trophy in the mail.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it is. And I don't know if you can see that or not. It's the Mojo Casting Couch participation trophy.
Yay.
So I wanted to say something about that. Thank you, Off Track, Chris and Sean, Rusty, and Melissa. So we will cherish it the rest of our lives.
True.
So we have one more story. Which one do you want to go with? You want to go with the Days of Darkness or the Northern Lights?
Well, the Northern Lights kind of plays into the 21st, which is the solstice coming up this Monday.
Okay.
And on this particular one, there is a rare conjunction of the planet Saturn and Jupiter. And the two are going to look like a one. It's speculated that this is what the wise men trucking across the desert back in the day also saw. And it says, let's see, the alignments between the two planets are rather rare, occurring once every 20 years. But this conjunction is even more rare because of how close the planets are to each other. You'd have to go all the way back to just before March 4th of 1226 to see a closer alignment between these objects visible in the night sky. Now, Jupiter rotates around the sun every 12 years, while Saturn takes 30 years. And every few decades, Jupiter laps Saturn because obviously it's quicker. And on the evening of the closest approach on December 21st, which everything is supposed to line up, it's a grand convergence. The double planet separated by only 1/5 the diameter of the moon, that's really super, super tiny. Most people with telescopes will be able to see each planet and their large moons all at the same time. The best viewing conditions will be near the equator, but noted that the event will be observable everywhere on Earth. And he said the planet Duo will appear low in the western sky for about an hour after sunset each night. So get out and take a look for it. Now, you also mentioned Days of Darkness. It's been a rumor going around for years. I think the last time. There's a musica.
Well,
Love
it's
you.
the end of the show. Thank y'all for listening, and we'll see y'all next Saturday. Y'all have a great weekend, and Merry Christmas if we don't see you.
Wow. I was looking at the clock. I thought we still had 10 minutes.
Well, we started a few seconds early, remember?
Ah.